You are listening to the Cigar Noise Boys. Well, her father likes a Terry Sailor. Way, hey, roll and go. And we rolled all night and we rolled all day.
Leonard Skinner.
Dingleberries and the Coral Reefers.
Spend our money on Sally Brown. Sally Brown. The Dreadnoughts. This is the last. This is the last pirate month. Yeah, you'll recognize the next one maybe.
Maybe.
But also happy Pirate Month, everybody.
Real quick before we get going, quick shout out to Yogi for let's see here. Look at this image.
Tyler, you still have an echo, by the way.
Okay, I don't know how to fix it.
Mute yourself.
All right, what's that? Walk me through a baby doll.
Hold on, mute yourself. Okay, and now just don't talk for the rest of the episode. Oh, I'm echoing. Dang it, I think it's Mo. It might be through.
Is it me?
I don't know.
Could be me.
Mo's got a headset for once.
Yeah. Is it me?
It might be.
Am I the problem?
Well, you're a problem, but not for this.
All right. Damn, the echo's gonna kill me.
Was it me?
Mo, are you able to mute yourself?
Yeah, hang on.
Don't fall for it. I did not talk the episode.
Wait, yeah, Mo is you. We're good.
No, we're not good. If it's
right,
the
that's
unmute,
fine. Well, I mean, are you able to mute and unmute?
Yeah, I mean, am I echoing now?
No, you're not.
No.
Okay, then I'll just stay without the headphones. It's fine.
All right.
Let's see without. They're cute though, Mo.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
I wanted to say shout out to Yogi for congratulating us on back-to-back episodes. So, second podcast. Thanks, Yogi. All right,
making some strides.
Yeah,
big accomplishment.
I think they can hear you.
What's up, Cigar Noise Boys? Dom, Tyler, Mo,
Alyssa.
Yeah, Tyler has his face is glowing right now. You're in front of a nice campfire, looks like, but it's in your backyard, so you're not camping.
That'd be a bonfire.
Yeah, okay.
we have no gas at the house.
No food.
No food. I don't know what's going on with the gas, but I had plans I worked my shift. I came home to make spaghetti, and the burners wouldn't turn on. And we tried to turn on the heat, and that wouldn't turn on either. So we have a campfire.
Isn't it like 80 degrees by you guys?
It's 68. No, now it's 62. It's 62 now.
Oh.
It's going to start raining. Light rain expected to start in 4 minutes and last for 26 minutes. I didn't know that.
Tyler, how is Alyssa responding to the podcast and you have headphones on? Do they not work? Or is it only for the mic?
Remember, we talked about this. I can hear myself talk through the headphones, but the audio plays from my phone. I can't get anything.
You're in the recording studio.
Just go and spend $500. I need a recording studio. Yeah,
good idea.
So Tyler, I've seen twice in a week the Visa Horny teased.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna investigate because I don't know what's going on. But when I was in Phoenix, I got a call from Alex, and he told me they found some wrapper leaf and that they are going to start production last week. And last week they started production, and I guess they rolled the cigars, and Alex and Skip have smoked a couple. And so that's what I heard. I'm gonna just wait for the bill to come. I'm not gonna push my luck. Find nothing, 100 of them, or I'm just gonna see what happens.
Well, put me down for a bundle, T-Bone.
I got you.
If it means anything, the pics look nice.
Yeah. I love that size. 4.52, 4x52. So yeah, I'm excited. Oh, I'm smoking FYI Liga Privada, Feral Flying Pig. After hearing about Jew smoking a bunch of Liga Privadas, I figured I'd hop on the Liga Privada train. This is like 5 to 7 years old, I think.
Now they say that you should smoke those fresh.
Yeah, no, I bought it early on, or no, not early. I don't know. They just sat around. Me and my dad bought them back when they were super super rare, and then I just kind of forgot about them.
You know what though, man? I will say about those Ligas back in the day. For me, it was never about chasing how hard they were to get. They were legitimately really good cigars. You know, whether it was the number 9, the T52, the UF13, the UF4 that Casa did. I mean, those were all really, really good cigars. Now, granted, you're talking 10 years ago now, and I haven't smoked one probably since I managed the cigar shop. But for me, trying to get those cigars was never about the rarity. I literally enjoyed smoking them.
Yeah, they're good, and I remember seeing those events that Casa would have when they released those cigars. I think it was around Halloween every year. It'd be like a lot of people from Wisconsin would drive down there. It was a big deal. I think JD would always come.
Yeah.
I think when Saka left Drew Estate, he has not smoked one Liga Privada that was made after he left. So he can't ever answer the question if the cigars taste different.
Okay, also allegedly.
Oh, why would somebody lie about that? I mean, people lie about a lot of stuff, but something like that.
Plead the fifth. Speaking of Ligas, though, Drew Estate, we're having Willie at an event next month. Willie and Kara. Cool stuff. Is the Miami the best in the Herrera SLE line? Is that unanimously agreed?
That's a very good cigar, yeah. That Herrera Blue is really good too, from what I remember.
The Brazilian?
Yeah. They still make that?
Yeah. I just think the Miami, I agree with you. Miami is a little bit better.
Yeah, that's the one. No, good cigars.
Was that Tyler?
That's the one that's made at Al Titan.
Yep.
Miami.
Al Titan.
The Titan. The Bronze Titan. El Titan.
Yeah. That's great. Now, Dom, you don't smoke in your crib?
No.
Yeah, want to stay married? I get it. Do you? So wait, does your Wi-Fi not go outside, or are you just—it's not warm enough to smoke outside yet?
I'm not allowed to, because our landlords are connected to our house.
I see. Okay.
So there's a doorway in between that's always closed and blocked off from both ends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their house, and then this is our side.
They said you couldn't.
No. The landlady has asthma, and their last tenant was ripping cigarettes, apparently.
Oh.
So they got evicted?
No, they couldn't because of COVID. The laws said you couldn't just kick people out.
The ones that
out of here. So can you smoke, like, do you have a yard?
They have a big yard. Yeah, I can't.
You can't smoke in the yard either?
No.
Oh, okay. Can you smoke in your car?
I could. I've gone on a walk, lit up. I haven't gone on a lunt yet.
A what?
A lunt. It's a walk with a pipe. Terrible name.
Yeah, I've never heard that in my life. That's crazy.
Let's go lunting with the boys.
Sounds like you're mixing like bad words together.
Kind of. My goal is to do
that. Actually, that's a street name in Chicago, I think, a Lunt. Yeah, I forgot the name. There's anyway.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Can you Urban Dictionary Lunt?
Sure.
Maybe there is a secondary meaning. While you're doing that, shout out to our sponsor, CigarNoise. Dave West, does all things technology wise, small batch posting, does the blind reviews. Tyler, what have you seen recently on small batch that piqued your interest?
Lunt, a derogatory term used to refer to a lesbian, commonly a lesbian with more masculine physical characteristics or mannerism.
That must have missed that on small batch. This is this is our sponsored segment, Tyler.
What Batola does that come in?
A big butchy one drives a Subaru.
You're fired. Yeah, I drive a Subaru, Tyler.
Oh, what's your? Never mind. Your park ranger, or a small batch had this little sample. Oh shit! Oh god! Small batch. We're off the rails here. Small batch had a little sampler that had a Cro-Magnon knuckle dragger. It's like a little dog walker coffee break. They should have had the patina precipitation in that bitch, but they didn't. I'll be away for 1 minute, guys. I got a fire starting.
The last blind review was the Valkyrie Nobility the Toro. 3 box purchase recommendations in one single.
Yeah, what, dude? That's wild. Like I'd first seen that brand at Smokers Abbey Austin, and I was like, oh, I've never heard that. And I'm like, and then I saw your guys' blind review, and I'm like, damn, I gotta find out more about this. What factory are those cigars made at? Because I mean, listen, all of you guys, between you, Rich, Ted, and Ben, I mean, you guys all have great palates, and you all smoke really good cigars on a consistent basis. So for 3 of you to say that's a box purchase cigar, I definitely want to try that. Yeah,
I know very little about that company. I know James, what's his tag? Exceptional Cigar. He's big into them.
Yeah,
buys a lot, pushes them. So I'm sure he would know all about the company, but they kind of lie low. I haven't checked out their Instagram or anything.
Yeah, I tried. It doesn't really say where they're made or anything. It seems like they do a bunch of small batch releases, similar to. I don't want to compare it to Ezra Zion. Is Ezra Zion still around, by the way? They still doing all the?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know,
but yeah, it seems like they release stuff in small batch phases, from just what I saw on their Instagram. But I couldn't find any information about where they're made or anything like that. I think the guy who owns it or whatever, his name is Nimmer, but that's about it.
Yeah, he owns a shop, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think Ben Lee, that used to be his home shop. I just asked Ben Lee what factory makes them.
Oh, okay.
But so yeah, that's like with Wyatt Cigars out of Mardro.
Oh yeah.
Same idea.
Guys, my cousin bought their shop in Laguna.
Cool stuff. Oh, that's the end of the segment. CigarNoise. Got to bookend it.
Oh,
wait a minute. So, question. And I just had a question, but I forgot it. Watching Tyler flail around like a fish out of water. Maybe it'll come back to me. I don't know.
And your guys' shop experience, have you had the customers put on events themselves? I'll give an example.
Okay.
This upcoming Saturday, employees, so myself included, and a bunch of the guys there decided on April 1st, let's all smoke an April Fool's by Asylum.
Okay.
So everyone, we have 11 guys. We're all going to be smoking out front.
Yeah.
Your dad
9x90. No, he won't be there, unfortunately. But it's not something that's sponsored by the shop or that was planned. You guys any experience with that?
I've never done that.
Yeah.
We just thoughts on it. It's pretty cool, I guess.
We would do something called Smoke-a-mania, and it all started because one of our regulars, well, before I actually started working at Havana, and then he followed me over to Lake Country, but one day he came in really early, and he was there from open to close, so 9 a.m. to midnight, so he could watch the NCAA March Madness, and he smoked 13 cigars. Ooh. So the next year, he invited a bunch of us, and then we all had, they named it Smoke-a-Mania, and we were there from open to close, and then we got sponsors. We had, I think, Asylum sponsored us one year, and they gave us cigars, and then people at the shop would see us all there. We bring in our own chairs. We had shirts made, and they would like buy us cigars. And then they buy us like the biggest cigars they could find because we had the Smoke-a-Mania we could. And then one time, after the day was over, I puked and I never participated again.
That brings me to something that I discuss with a lot of people too. Smoking to smoke versus smoking to enjoy. After a certain number of cigars in a day, I get to the point where I'm smoking, especially when I'm on the road, right? Where I'm just smoking to smoke. Where do you guys, is there a number for you guys of cigars in a day where you kind of feel a shift from, yes, I'm enjoying this, versus, yeah, at this point, I'm just smoking to smoke? I mean, this is like one of the oldest, like, first things you learn in economics class is like, you know, the diminishing law of returns or whatever it's called, right? So, like, at what point is there a number for you guys during the day of smoking cigars where you're like, yes, I've reached that level where that's just probably as much as I'm going to enjoy, and if I smoke another one, it's just going to be to smoke?
Probably 4 or 5 for me.
I was going to say 4, but I also think it depends on what I'm doing in that moment.
Sure.
If I'm sitting down just watching movies, then I think 3 to probably 3 at max. If I'm doing something a little bit more active, at the lounge talking with people, maybe getting some work done, I'd say 4 or 5 because I'm being productive.
Sure. Yeah, I get that. I think for me, it definitely depends too. If I'm in Nicaragua, I could probably smoke 10 cigars in a day and just be fine. If I'm on the road visiting shops or doing an event or something, probably 5 to 8. If I'm not traveling and I'm just home, 1 to 2. And I think that number is so low because of how high it is in the other instances, if that makes sense. Like when we're at PCA or TPE, do 8 to 10 in a day, and it'll be fine. So I'm with you, Dom. I think it is big on what you're doing and in the context of it.
But also, this conversation just makes me think about when I was first getting into cigars, and that one cigar that was maybe $12 at the time, but that was it for the week or month. It was something special, and it's like, man, can't wait till next month.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got a buddy, a good buddy of mine. He smokes 1 to 2 cigars a month, and he tells me I absolutely enjoy the shit out of it. And his 1 to 2 cigars is a Patina, Connecticut, and a Padron 1964 Maduro Lonsdale size or whatever that is. And I just find that he's like, because I like to do the extremes, right? But that's it. 1 to 2 cigars a month, and that's it. And he goes, I enjoy
a month.
The absolute shit out of them. And I said, yeah, man, but that, even before I was in cigars, that was just never going to happen. I mean, on this side of the cigar industry, right? But like, even before I was on this side, even before I worked retail and it was just pure consumption, there was no way I was 1 cigar. No way. Just, I enjoy it too much.
Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot. I mean, obviously, but now I'm at the point kind of where it's like, I don't smoke as much because I don't like getting the smoke all in my hair, all in my clothes.
Oh my God.
Here I go again. Gotta smoke a cigar.
So it's like,
we know, Tyler, you got a girlfriend now. We get it.
I'm just saying, I don't like how bad it makes my breath.
I have
It's
to
in my
brush
hair.
my teeth.
I could honestly say that I've never, ever heard a dude say until right now, the smell gets in my hair.
Well,
I've never heard that. You are the first person.
You don't even have a beard.
Huh?
I'm growing my beard out now.
All right.
It gets in my hair.
It does. It's
yeah, bro. It gets in my chest hair. It gets in my ass hair. I mean, I can't even smoke anymore.
No, I'm just saying it's. And then it's just I don't know. I don't
pick up the pipe.
No, that's even worse.
How is that worse?
Because then I look weird.
Tyler, you don't need a pipe to look weird, bud.
Okay, gosh. All right, got it. Ooh, it's getting a little chilly.
There's a guy at the lounge.
We all look weird. Trust me.
I know.
There's a guy smoking a pipe at the lounge, and he flipped his stem upside down. He had it so it was slanting upward.
That's like shooting your gun sideways. I mean, why?
I don't know.
Pipe smokers are the weirdest. I used to hang out with a bunch of them. And I used to go to like Chicago Pipe Show. I went to the St. Louis Pipe Show twice. And they are some weird dudes. And then I transitioned to cigars, and I transitioned.
Weirder?
No, it's a lot different, but
yeah. One day I want us to go through and break down the different genres or social strata of cigar smokers. That is one thing that continues to like fascinate the crap out of me. Is like I work through this industry, and every year that goes by or whatever, just it's always fascinating to me. Do you guys kind of know what I'm talking about with that?
Like you can walk into a shop you haven't been in before, look around and feel like, okay, this is above me, or I'm not going to be able to connect with these guys at all. Kind of
Sure, there are instances of that, and there is a social strata of cigar smokers that exists like that. But I will tell you, man, and Tyler, you probably know this as well as I do. Dom, I don't know if you've been to as many cigar shops probably as Tyler and I have, but any cigar shop you go into pretty much is going to have the same type of people. It's going to have the one guy everybody avoids, the one guy that sits on his computer and just doesn't talk to anybody, and it doesn't matter.
The freeloader.
The what?
The freeloader.
The freeloader. Yeah, it's every cigar shop you go to is going to have that same dynamic, and it doesn't even matter where you are in the country. But also, for me, it's more about the different ways people enjoy cigars and what they look for in the cigars that they smoke. And their level of how much they know about cigars versus what they smoke. Because sometimes I found the people that know the least about cigars smoke some of the most expensive cigars. And I've always found that fascinating. And the people that oftentimes could appreciate the cigars the most either don't have the means or choose not to spend the money on ultra premium stuff, let's say, that's been aged and all of that. I just think it's interesting, man. I really do.
I sold a High Claire by Foundation to a 22-year-old newbie yesterday.
Yeah.
I hope he enjoys it.
Let me show you a $25 cigar.
That's a great cigar for any level of your cigar journey, you know.
I think so too, as long as he was willing to pay for it, which he was.
Yep. Now, Dom, do you guys get a lot of tech money that goes to your shop?
Not a huge amount. It's usually when we have predominantly the Asian tourists or people who come from China. They end up they buy we all have one ST DuPont. I almost said Saint again. And they'll buy it and a box of whatever we have is our highest price cigar.
Dom, I don't know if you meant to do this. Just because I said tech, I wasn't trying to equate it to Asian. So let's just step back for a minute here. And let's just step back for a minute. And are there like those tech guys that are up in Silicon Valley, Mountain View, whatever, we're Google. What cigar shop do those guys go to? Because I'm assuming that a lot of them, or a decent number of them, smoke cigars and probably have a lot of disposable income.
I want to say LG, Los Gatos. Lounge.
Gotcha.
Those are the guys
That's
behind
in San Jose, right?
Los Gatos, but right next to San Jose.
Yep.
What's the name of that brand that they have?
Casa de Sueños or something.
Thank you. That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
They have
those are nice guys.
Great guys.
More higher end selection. Nicer.
We had a guy take us there, and the guy's like, "Yeah, these two have a podcast," and they treated us like kings. We're like, we get 2 listens, and then they treated us like we were like cigar aficionado. Like, we got a table for you. Here, try our cigars. I'm like, damn.
Look at, man. Dude, any exposure, especially as a small brand, is welcome. You know, I mean, I know like CigarNoise Boys, Sultans, we have a lot of crossover in the people that listen. But you guys have people that listen to CigarNoise Boys that don't listen to Sultans. And we got guys that listen to Sultans that don't listen to CigarNoise Boys. Even within that, if we think about it as like a Venn diagram type deal,
Yes. Really big into those.
But like, dude, man. I mean, whether you have 2 listeners or 200 or 2,000, it's all an opportunity, right?
Yeah, no. And I'm actually really glad that you started to come on more because we are getting consistent, and I was getting bored with Dom. So, I feel
Dom,
like
hopefully you never hear that from your wife. It's okay to hear that from Tyler.
Oh, I won't.
oh, damn. Okay. So I had a couple notes I wanted to get to, but let me get my note app real quick. And okay, pod. Oh shit. I thought this was funny. So there's a new Romacraft hat that they did a limited run of. It's a camouflage. I believe it's fitted.
Yeah.
Super dope. New era. And it's $45. And the amount of people that were complaining about it is insane. Like, I just bought that hat from Miguel. I think that was like $40 some too. And then I went on lids.com, and the nicer ones are all $45. It's like, it's not like gone up. It's like, it's not like they bought. It's not. I think people, and then somebody commented about how the hat is like free advertising for whoever. It's like, free advertising. How many people are going to recognize that sign and ask? Like, I've had people ask me what that sign was.
Yeah.
And then but it's not like they went out and said, oh, now I know what that logo is. I'm going to go buy Romacraft cigars. They're not even cigar smokers. They just like, what kind of, I tell them like, it's a TX kind of for Texas. But people are I think they're thinking of the hats that they get for free at cigar events that are just like the $4 ones they get. Like, this is like, new era camouflage. Like, it's a dope ass fucking lid, man. And I should have bought one, but I was slacking. But they made like 60 of them, and then they sold out. And then the people complaining on there, and the thing is, like, I want to comment, but I saw that one guy was from Philadelphia, so I posted a Philadelphia Eagles hat that's $45, and then I deleted it because I'm like, I don't want to start. But it's like, this guy went on the Romacraft Facebook page and commented about it, how he's never seen that $45 hat. And then he went on the Weasel Team 6 page and also was talking about how expensive the hat was. It's like, dude, get a hobby, man.
Dude, I mean,
everything's expensive now.
Yeah, dude. Even like, I have this thing with like my basic White Sox hat. I always have one fresh, ready to go, unworn. So as soon as the one that I've been wearing is like not crisp anymore, the new one is ready to go. And a basic ass White Sox official New Era hat is $42.
Yeah.
I mean, that used to be 30.
Like, it used to be 30, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, but those days are just gone. I mean, at least for now. So
it's not like Sean ordered the hat and Sean paid $5 for it and they're going to make $40 on it. That's what they cost.
That is it's always tricky, man. Like that's why, like for me, I've decided for now at least just to keep all my swag for event only. Definitely have thought about trying to sell some of it because I get people asking all the time. But yeah, man, especially if you're doing New Era, which all Patina's hats are, it's expensive, no doubt about it. But the stuff that you use for your swag also speaks about your brand too.
Exactly, and it's like, man, and it's like most of the cigars Roman Craft have are in that 8 to 12, like Neanderthal is 12. The LEs will be more expensive, obviously, because they're limited runs and then they're really intricate boxes and they're labor intensive. So they're going to be, $15 or whatever. But man, it's not like every cigar now coming out. Like I'm looking at those TAAs, transition to TAA cigars. Man, they're all $15 to $25. Like I saw LFD coming out with a new one. It's $25.95, whatever. It looks dope.
Yeah.
But I can't believe how many TAA cigars are coming out, and a lot of them sit on the shelf all year. Yeah. I think the ones that sell out quick are the Tatuaje, the Crown Heads. Padron usually sells out right away. LFD most of the time. Crown Heads, but it's like you got like Christoph TAA, Villiger, La Polina, Zykar's coming out with a cutter. Bovada's coming out. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's like every cigar company. There's 40 manufacturers in that group. Like when does it end? I mean, there's Herklotz has one, and here's the thing. I thought you had to be around for a certain amount of time, and Herklotz is already in the TAA. His brand's 2 years old, so maybe because they're like, oh well, you worked in that Sherman for all those years.
Yeah,
we're gonna factor that into the.
Herklotz is on a different level, though, man. I think the level of respect that he has throughout the industry, I think that kind of puts him on a different level a little bit because he's been around forever.
Yeah, but
yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know too much about the TAA stuff. I do know that new cutter is pretty badass, though. I really like it. It reminds me of the old University of Illinois logo.
When are these shops going to go woke and get rid of the cigar Indian in the shops?
That I couldn't answer you, Tom. We had some listener stuff, didn't we?
Yeah, Brandon Bring the Pain asked about the TAAs, which we were looking forward to.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Tatuaje, LFD.
My shop's not a TAA, so none.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think Metro's TAA in Wisconsin, and then Tasting Room, I believe, is TAA as well. So.
Oh, then I misspoke because yesterday on the Sultans podcast, I said that I don't think I'm in any TAA shops. That if Tasting Room is a TAA shop, I am in Tasting Room. So I guess I unintentionally.
Two guys.
What's that?
Small Bag used to be in TAA. Or Maximar, sorry.
Yeah.
Tron asked why there's so many thesauruses on the picture I posted on Instagram. For the class, so that they don't have to fight over one. But also it's for all the classes, but since I have to go to each class, maybe I have more. I don't know. V-Cut, everything Richie says, is Mo back on? Well, yeah, duh. Can we make him a permanent guest? And when are those Annies dropping?
Yeah. So I will smoke another one tomorrow. And depending how that goes, it'll either be the 31st as originally planned, or it'll be the following week.
Have you done any new situational smoking?
Just cold yesterday. Or no, not yet. Last week. Windows down in the car, but in the garage. But the garage was still about 40 degrees.
Damn.
So it's still pretty cold. Yeah, I wanted to see. Still burned like a champ. Flavors are almost where I want them to be. But yeah.
Nate Foundation says, whatever happened to Criollo 98?
Ooh. Nate, I think you don't listen, but I think more importantly, what happened to that Maduro that Aganorsa was growing? And then I haven't seen him use it again since.
Who used it?
They used it on the
Supreme Leaf?
No, that's Corojo.
Did you call it a Maduro?
Yeah, they called it a Maduro. They called it a Sun.
Is Criollo 98 the one that Illusione uses a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like the original Pan Caliente from Rainier, that was Criollo 98. Well, some of the Viajes I like were Criollo 98. That was a big Aganorsa one. Let me look up that Aganorsa Maduro because I haven't seen them use that in a long time. It's a Corojo Maduro. I forgot who used it, what brand, but it wasn't very good. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a signature. Was it the signature Maduro? Yeah, it was on that signature with the silver foil. It didn't work. So I haven't seen him use it since, but I think they're back to all the Maduros are San Andreas, except for the one they made for Rainier that one time. The broadleaf was the only broadleaf they ever used, and Rainier had to go buy it himself.
Yeah.
El Dandy Cubano says, when do I get to appear on the podcast? I'm really awesome, according to my mom. Hey, happy birthday. Yeah, was it his birthday or his wife's birthday?
His birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, El Dandy.
Yeah.
Good dude.
We should get him on. When you listen to this, send me a message. I want to send some stuff your way as a thank you for getting us into Old Grapevine.
Cool. 3 more questions from him. Community cutters, should you use them because people slobber before cutting?
I do not.
Same.
Especially post-COVID.
Like I mean, I'm not against using. Would you use your fingernail if you had to, if you were in a tight place, or would you use your teeth?
Both, either one.
I hate using my teeth. I hate how it feels in my teeth.
Yeah.
I'm a texture guy.
Okay, Mr. Smoking my hair.
I'm a texture guy.
Tyler, you're never living that shit down, pal. I'll tell you that much right now.
Dude, I don't like I'm weird when it comes to like static electricity. When my hair gets really flat, I have to lotion up my legs because my hair will stick to the pants. Oh, and there's certain foods I don't eat. I'm a texture guy. I'm a weirdo.
I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. I guess
I turned my camera off. Oh, you can see me a little bit, but yeah, I think I have a form of autism.
I'm on the spectrum. Tyler, you do not have autism.
Okay. ADHD. I have sensory issues.
Last 2 questions. What's the best cigar you smoked this week?
Damn.
I had a Lawless by BLTC. Super good.
Super good.
God, stop. That sounded so dumb.
Super fucking good.
Well, you said it.
I know, but I didn't think I sounded like that. I'm glad he just mirrored me, but
sometimes you got to hear it back, Tom.
Yeah. I had the Lawless. It was tasty.
Come on.
It was delicious.
Smoking real good.
Smoking really good. Yeah. Set him down for a nap.
Yeah.
Smoking really good.
Yeah.
Man. Let me think. Mo, you go. What something you smoke?
I really, man, I really haven't. The last 2 cigars I smoked were cigars I was giving feedback on the factory to. So, tough to say.
Big time.
Yeah, big time. You know it. But other than that, I really haven't smoked much else besides patina recently. I just haven't had as much time to really smoke.
I smoked a Alec Bradley double broadleaf.
No, how was that?
It was Tatawahe-esque, in my opinion.
Nice. It's always a good thing.
Yeah. It was good. And then I smoked there's something else that I kind of liked.
Per your comments from last week, did you mean my father-esque instead of Tatawahe-esque?
Yeah, my father-esque. No, Tatawahe. Because
Right.
they do taste a lot different.
I agree.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because it's like I had a Judge in. I love the Judge. That's a great My Father cigar. I had that out in Arizona. But yeah, Tatawahe. It's more like it's hard to explain, but My Father feels more nuanced in Tatawahe.
Just say boutique. You're wanting to say it.
Boutique, no. It's just more like hitting you over the head with like earth and like. But I like that. I mean,
I find My Father's to be a lot more peppery. That signature, peppery note that is in a lot of their cigars.
Pepine.
For some reason, the Judge didn't give me that. The Judge was really smooth. Brandon gave me a couple of the Florida Las Antillas anniversary, and I smoked one. It was really good. Yeah, and I smoked the other one. But
I mean, they make phenomenal cigars.
They do, and the price point is great on them. I got to make it. I feel bad. I haven't been to Habana House or Smoker's Abbey or Cigar Vault. I haven't even been to Pipe World out here since I moved down here. I got to start hitting up some shops again. Mm-hmm. Instead of just smoking in my truck. But what was I saying? Fuck, I forgot. My father asked. Totally. Oh, you know what I didn't like? I know we weren't asked what I didn't like. He's one of the best people in the industry, Rick Rodriguez. I did not like the West Tampa Maduro, or I think it was a Maduro, the dark wrapper. He didn't blend that one. That one was already done before he left General. But
did you say he was one of the best guys in the industry?
Yeah, I think Rick Rodriguez is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I had that surprisingly I really liked? The first half of it. I mean, the small batch exclusive warped one they did. I don't think Jake Lampert. I don't know what the name was. What's his name?
What?
He has a cigar. It's like 2 names. Let me look it up. It's gonna drive me crazy.
Felipe Gregorio?
No. It's a small batch exclusive.
Is it the Felipe Gregorio or something like that?
No. It's made by Warped.
Cloudhopper? Made by Warped. I don't know.
Warped. Small batch. It's like Noir or give me one sec.
Miro Rojo?
No.
No idea.
All right, I'll find it in 1 second here.
I will say one cigar I do want to try, and this probably isn't not on a lot of people's radars who listen to this podcast, but I do want to try that Grand Habano that's made at the Davidoff factory. I'm curious to see how that smokes.
Vice versa for me.
What do you mean?
Not actually. Fratello made a cigar that can be smoked both ways.
Oh,
it's supposed to be
Jason Dumont.
No.
Jason
Dumont.
I remember that, Tyler. Yeah.
Oh, the red band.
Yes.
That was when they were fresh. They were not good.
No, I know one guy who bought like 10 bundles of them. The guy out in Salt Lake City. He runs Cigar Syndicate.
Good night.
Mookow's friend. Great guy.
Mookow's a fucking legend, man.
Yeah, he is.
Last question from El Dandy. Analogy segment is back. If Captain Crunch were a cigar, what cigar would he be?
You know, sometimes when you get those cereal-like flavors from cigars, they could remind you, and if they have a little bit of sweetness to them, they can kind of remind you of a Captain Crunch or a Frosted Flakes or something like that.
Definitely, I get anything cornflakes.
Yeah.
It would be because it destroys your roof, right? Your mouth, the Captain Crunch.
Does it?
Not,
I think so.
Not for me, but maybe.
If you look it up, it's a thing. It will wreck your top, the roof of your mouth.
I also haven't had Captain Crunch in probably over a decade, so
me either. I'm not a cereal guy. But it would be something that would wreck my palate. Like I smoked the Stillwell from Saka, and that was it's got the pipe tobacco. I think I smoked it too fast. I got pipe tongue. And
what is pipe tongue?
When you smoke an aromatic too fast, and it destroys your mouth.
Oh, okay.
So that's my Captain Crunch, and I'm not saying the cigar gave it to me because I think I smoked it too fast, not because of anything with the cigar. But pipe tobacco will do that if you smoke it too fast. So don't at me, people.
I'm gonna go with the Diamond Crown. I feel like the colors on that band kind of look like the colors of the cereal. Goldish yellow, red, and blue. Thank you for all the questions and comments.
Actually, I have a question that we got for the Sultans, but it was too late. So let me see if I could find it. And it was by Iriset Yoan. That's his name on Instagram. Or Corojo Reserva. He said, what are the, in quotes, cigar makers' cigars, blends that industry insiders secretly keep coming back to / publicly smoke that is outside of their own? Like Saka going to Don Carlos when he wants a Cameroon, Skip going to Padron 1926s when he needs to recalibrate his palate, My Cigar Pack's Alexander Berezowski's dad going to Patina, Connecticut's just because. I'll start that off. I will say if I'm in the mood for like a Connecticut broadleaf or whatever, I'll go Tatawahe.
Which one?
Kahonu 2012 usually.
Okay, the box press Toro.
Yep. Or 7th Reserva broadleaf. Those are fantastic. And every couple months, I will definitely be in the mood for like a Padron. And 1926 Maduro doesn't really matter on the size. Usually the 45 year is my favorite, though, on that.
For me, Patina, Connecticut, Churchill, or the Neanderthal. I know I've smoked so many of them. I know what they taste like. Yeah.
I get a Candela itch.
It's real quick. It's weird because there's a few cigars that I've been gifted a ton of by certain companies, kind of like TPE. They're cleaning their booth out and they just give me like 50 cigars of one brand. Or I had another friend give me 100 cigars of one brand or one single SKU of this brand, and they're good cigars, but like I can never smoke one again. And I've been like kind of giving away to people when they ask for a cigar. I'm like, oh, here, try this one, and I give them away, and it's like, but it's weird, but like the Roma Crafts and the Patinas, like I can smoke all day, but some of these other ones are good cigars, but you just get sick of eating it. Like I know, like Dan from Surrogates, he won't eat chicken breast anymore because when he was a bodybuilder, all he ate was like boiled chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So he can like never. And my mom growing up, she grew up pretty poor, and they had mac and cheese all the time, so she can never eat. She never eats mac and cheese anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta diversify.
But it's weird. But there's some stuff that I know guys who come to the shop and they smoke the same thing every single day. And there's some brands I can smoke every single day, but there's some brands I can't. Even though I liked the other brand at one point,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them anymore. I don't know. It's weird.
That's not weird. That's normal. I think for most people, if they were to go through their humidors, and if they've aged anything or had it for a long time, you can kind of look at your journey with the cigars that you smoke or that you've liked over time, and you look back. And there's some stuff in my humidor I'll look at and I'll be like, man, I would not smoke that today. But man, I used to love it back in 2018, right? Or whatever.
Like if you had to smoke 3 cigars a day, every single day, like what 3 would they be? Is that too hard of a question to ask off the rip?
Well, I think it's different if you had to smoke 3 versus if you chose to smoke the same 3.
If you can only smoke 3.
No, I'm saying like if I'm choosing to smoke the same cigar every single day, it's become a routine that's part of what I consider normal. So if I don't have that cigar, I'm going to feel worse that day. Like if I don't brush my teeth first thing in the morning, I feel like something's off.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you...
How many times do you guys brush your teeth a day?
2.
How many times do I brush my teeth a day? Twice.
All right, just checking. So if I had to pick 3 cigars to smoke every day, it would be the Patina Connecticut Churchill, the Neanderthal HN, and a Padron 80th anniversary Maduro. So I'm just going medium, strong, stronger are kind of like my 3. I wish I could do 4 and throw like a Habano in there, or a lighter Maduro, like yeah. I don't know. What would you guys have 3 you would pick?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm going Patina Maduro Double Toro, Toro Tabernacle, and Neanderthal HN.
Wow. You guys, you realize if you're smoking those every day, just though your palate is going to, I mean, you got it. I don't know.
Start
man.
morning coffee, Patina, and 2 strong ass cigars.
Well, no, because if I thought about switching it up, so having like 2 full and 1 mild.
Yeah.
But if that mild isn't my favorite, if I would prefer the stronger,
I
would just switch up the order that I smoke those every day.
Yeah, I think it would be an order thing, right?
Yeah.
I would try to sneak the natural Padron in there and be like, oh, I didn't know it was a natural one. I kind of like cheat a little bit because I always got to cheat. Oh, I grabbed the natural.
You made this game up.
Yeah,
there are no rules.
You're like the government.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Now, we're hitting an hour. Sorry, Mo.
Yeah, Atabay. Yeah, Atabay is a great cigar. But here, look at. You guys are forgetting something extremely important. I know this is not the time or place or the people to discuss this with. But baseball season is starting in 2 days, regular season. And I just want to wish everybody a happy opening day because I love baseball season.
So the Brewers just optioned out their number 7, their 2017 or 2019 first round pick, Kirsten Herrera or whatever, like their number 1 prospect, and he strikes out way too much. So I went through, and I'm looking at like every first round pick the Brewers have had since like their first, and it's like I'm fucking old because I'm looking at these guys from the 1995s, and they were coming up, and like they were big, and they just never made it, and it's like I don't even know any of these. I don't know this Brewer team anymore. I haven't known these Brewers in 7 years probably. Like I used to watch almost every fucking Brewer game. I used to watch every Bucks game. I used to watch every Packer game.
Well,
I can't remember last time I sat down and watched a whole Packer game.
In all fairness, they're not local anymore, so it's probably harder now.
Well, it just seems like the older you get, the less time you have, even though you have more like freedom and shit. You just don't have any time to do anything.
I think it's just about what you want to do. I mean, I don't watch a ton of TV, but when I do, it's typically Chicago sports teams. But I don't know.
And it's a lot easier to follow a sport if it's on in your place of work. So you're not just using your time just to watch sports. You're actually working and watching sports at the same time.
Yeah.
I want to do a segment where we do like a day in the life of Mo, a brand owner of a cigar. I want to know like a night what Dom does at the shop in one night, like break it down, like, you know, it'd be curious. Like that was probably a good question we should have asked Alex about what he does in Nicaragua. What's his day-to-day life for him being living full-time in Esteli?
Yeah.
We'll get him on again. We'll get Alex from My Cigar Pack on.
He's great.
Oh, I met him for the first time. He's a dope-ass dude.
You said that last week, Tyler. Nice. Good job.
Well, maybe he'll listen and say, hey, Tyler's a pretty cool dude, too. He talks about me. He was showing me about New Balances. I might have to cop a pair.
Yeah, New Balances are catching back on, man, for sure.
But I'm on a spending stoppage because I got to pay for these cigars.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Hey, next time before we podcast, I'm going to post a story. It's going to be a Venn diagram, us three, and there'll be A, B, C, D. There'll be 3 spots to fill in. We'll have some listeners fill those in.
All right.
Anything else? Listen to Sultans. I did an episode. I listened to it at work this morning. It was good to hear everybody. It got a little dark there for a minute when Drew talked about how he understands how some people would drown their kids in the tub.
Whoa.
He didn't say drown kids, but I remember being a kid, and then my mom was telling me that this mother had drowned her 3 kids in the tub. I don't know why she was telling me this. I was way too young. I don't know if it was a threat to be good, but she told me about the story.
It didn't fucking work.
No, definitely not. But I thought about it where like I've been like with an animal before, and they wouldn't listen to me, and I'm like, I get an urge right when I shake them.
Oh my
so I
goodness.
could see like, I mean, not like a real urge. It's like 5% of me.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't say this in front of Alyssa.
And my dog.
Inner dog right here.
Yeah. Or any potential children that you guys may have together.
There's a name for that feeling when something's so cute you want to squeeze it.
Yes.
Cute aggression. I think that's it.
That's different though.
Yeah.
I always found it interesting to see how people act around like a miniature person. Like, I went to high school with a guy who was like 5'4", and just like watching people like they'd grab him and pick him up and shit. It's like, this guy's 16 years old. Why are you picking him up? It's like.
Just remember, Napoleon was like 5'3" and conquered damn near half the world. So
when I worked at a nightclub, there were 2 little people who showed up on the same night, and they were in different parties, and they were just dancing on the floor in their own groups.
Together?
No, in their own groups. It was just like.
Do you think one of them went up to him and said, hey, this is my thing. You got to leave. Find your own club.
Dang it, Tyler.
There's only room for one of us.
Dude, that was wasn't that a Kenan and Pete? What are those guys' names? So they did a skit like that. Yeah. Which was fucking hilarious.
Oh man, I was watching this video. It was Peel. No, Key. The one that's not like a director. The other one. The thinner guy.
Yeah.
interviewing The Rock in Exhibit, and I'll have to send you it. It was a TikTok I saw, and it was fucking hilarious. Like his whole thing is he kept saying he's got to take things to another level. That was like his catch, but it was the funniest interview. It was The Rock in Exhibit, and it was hilarious. Like those guys are fucking funny. It's crazy to see what the movies that Jordan Peele comes out with. They're not like comedies. They're like thriller, like stuff on about society and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I saw Megan the other night. I rented that movie. Megan, it's like Chucky. So that they create this like doll, and it's supposed to be like somebody's best friend, and then the doll starts killing people.
Wonderful.
It's a pretty good. It's like it was a little like surprise hit at the theater, but I rented it for $5.99. It was worth the view. And anybody see John Wick 4 yet?
No, do not tell me about John Wick 4, please.
No, I haven't seen it either. Shazam came out last week. I didn't see Shazam. And then this week, Dungeons and Dragons comes out with Chris Pine, the dude from.
All right, thanks, Siskel and Ebert.
The dude from Brighton. Oh, what the fuck with the Netflix? Never mind.
The only film I care about this year is Oppenheimer, by Christopher Nolan.
Who's acting in that? I forgot.
Everybody.
Cillian.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's such a good.
He's the main
Peaky
dude.
Blinders. Shit.
The Peaky Blinders.
That's a great show.
Oh, so there's this guy at work. He wears Skechers shoes. He wears those little taxi cabs that I think those little like Samuel L. Jackson used to wear, those Kangol hats. He's got the fattest sideburns ever. And the other day he was wearing these sunglasses that look like what was why can't I think of it? It was fucking hilarious. You ever like the steampunk glasses? And we were on these headsets because when we push the planes out, we got to be in communication so we don't hit anything. And the one guy's like, "Hey man, I like your glasses. Where'd you get those from?" And the guy's like, "Oh," but he forgot what he said. And I said, "Man, don't lie to him. Those glasses are ugly." And he's like, "No, I really like them." I'm like, "I'm just kidding. You can't make jokes anymore." But these glasses, they're like steampunk glasses. They're like, "What are you wearing those for, bro?" And then the guy didn't say anything. The guy said, who gives a compliment, said, "No, I actually do like them." And the other guy who was wearing them ignored me. They're probably for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, those steampunk. I'll just show a picture of the steampunk glasses. That's my story.
Thanks,
cool.
Tyler.
John Wick 4.
John Wick 4.
Last question. You go to a movie. What do you get from the concession store?
No, popcorn and pop.
What kind of pop? Pepsi, Coke?
Coke. I don't do Pepsi.
All right, big time. Dom.
I don't get anything.
Is it a money situation?
No, I've grabbed a beer before, but A, I'll either need to take a piss like an old man halfway through, or B, I don't enjoy films when I'm drinking, unless it's just for visuals and it's not something I have to actively be thinking about. Just not as good for me.
I cannot not eat popcorn at a movie theater. I tried a few times. It's miserable.
Yeah.
Me and my dad saw the movie about Jesus Christ that Mel Gibson directed.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my teacher we went and saw it, and my teacher's like, "Did you eat popcorn?" I'm like, "Of course I did." Like, so you're eating popcorn as Jesus Christ is getting crucified to the cross or whatever. I'm like, well, yeah, it's a movie, but it's always tough not to get the pretzel bites and the cheese.
It's always a tough choice with the popcorn is the way to go.
And yeah, I mean,
gotta douse that son bitch in butter, salt, shake it right. Yeah, for sure.
And then I got one more story real quick because the list is here. I want to tell the story. So there's a theater here called the Alamo, and it's like a super famous theater. It's like for nerds to go to. And I went with my buddy at work. He was a big time nerd, movie nerd like me, and he probably has 100 of these like limited edition posters that are signed by directors and artists. They're worth like thousands of dollars. So he's a big time movie guy. And he's like, okay, just so you know, Tyler, he's like, you just moved to Austin. We're going to the Alamo Draft House. Okay. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's a movie theater. So big fucking do. He's like, just so you know, they're really strict about talking during the movie. You can't have your phone out. You can't say one word to me once the movie starts. So he I was like scared straight like on this thing. So me and Alyssa go see Avatar, and something happened. She started cheering, and I shushed her, and then she kept talking. She's like, "What are they gonna do?" I'm like, "They're really strict here." She's like, she just like kept cheering, and I'm like, I was embarrassed, but we did not get kicked out. But he scared me, man. But look it up, Alamo. They're like a famous theater, but that's my story.
Thanks, Tyler.
Right. Sorry, it's not.
Wow, your cigar didn't go out that whole time?
No. What theaters do you have, Dom?
Stop. I don't go to the theater anymore.
Guys, Mo's got to go.
Yeah, thank you,
guys,
Mo. Me too.
Later, guys.
Rock and roll. Keep those cigars on ice.
Yeah!